So I hope you guys enjoy the clip you just watched. In today's video, I'm going to break down how I created this falling effect specifically for this scene. I will walk you step by step through how I shot it, how I edited it, and also share the tools and tips I used to make the result look more smoother and more professional. But before we jump into that, I want to show you the AI tool I use to simplify my workflow and make everything much more efficient. That tool is called XDesign AI, which also the company who sponsored this video. XDesign is an online AI-powered photo and video editing platform that helps take your work to the next level. For photography, it offers tools that you generate realistic AI models for product photos, create different types of backgrounds, remove unwanted objects, or even turn a vertical photo into a horizontal one. But they recently launched something even smarter, their AI agent. It's kind of like the designer version of ChatGPT. You just give it a brand name, a short story, or even a photo of your store, and the AI agent builds out an entire brand identity for you. Logos, fonts, posters, menus, even animated visuals. For example, I uploaded my DDS Film Studio logo, and not only did it help me create a business card and marketing flyer in seconds, it also generated a clean logo animation. And the best part, everything stayed consistent. No more guessing colors or matching fonts manually. The AI keeps your design language unified across everything. So whether you are running a cafe, a fashion label, or just starting out, the AI agents help you go from zero to a full brand identity all in just a few clicks. And for video, they currently offer 3 tools: Video Enhancer, Video Background Remover, Video Watermark Remover. The Video Enhancer helps you upscale your footage and automatically adjust sharpness, color, and brightness. The Watermark Remover is pretty straightforward. It removes watermarks from your video. But the real game changer is the Background Remover, which is the tool we're mainly gonna use today. For example, here's an interview clip I had. I uploaded it to XDesign, and in seconds, I got a clean green screen version. From there, I could easily swap the background and draw in something completely new, all in within seconds. Pretty cool, right? And yeah, technically, I could have used the built-in Magic Mask in Resolve to cut myself out and get a similar result. But here's the thing. For longer clips, Magic Mask can be slow and even hard to play back in some situations. On top of that, sometimes you still have to go back and clean out the edge manually frame by frame, which is really time consuming. That's why for this project, I went with XDesign. It's just faster, cleaner, and way less of a headache for the video we want to create this time. All I have to do is to upload my video and that AI to help me to do the work. Now, let's back to our tutorial. The first thing I want to talk about is the workflow. So while you are following along, you will know exactly what's happening. So here's the basic plan. I'm gonna film myself jumping onto the bed and capture that falling moment in slow motion. Then I'll take that clip and run it through XDesign AI to remove the background and isolate me. After that, I will bring in the background footage I prepared, combine it with the XDesign output, and then finish everything up inside Davinci Resolve Studio. Now, once you understand the concept, let's move on to the second section, equipment. To create this scene, I only use one camera, one tripod, and one light. Here's a really important tip. You will need a camera that can shoot at least 120 frames per second in 1080p. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to create smooth slow motion footage in post. My Sony a7 III can shoot 4K at 120 frames per second, so it was more than enough to get the job done. I set up my camera on the side of the room so it could capture my full body, and then I just keep jumping onto the bed until I capture the right position while I'm floating in the air. For lighting, I use my f22C on Assistant to create a top light above me. The reason I did this is because the background I wanted to compose into already had light falling from above, with particle lights floating in the background. Since I was trying to match the lighting in that environment, I set up my top light the same way, so the direction of light will be consistent. And that's basically it for the shoot. Now let's move on into post-production. Now, before uploading my footage to XDesign, I first needed it to prepare it in Davinci Resolve. As you can see, I already put the clip I want to use on my timeline, trimming out the parts I didn't need, and keep only the section where I jump until I fall onto the bed. Then I slow it down, I set the clip speed to 3, and under the retime and scaling section, I change the retime process option to optical flow, and set motion estimation to AI speed rate better. In this way, Davinci Resolve could give us a really smooth slow motion result for our video. Once I had that done, I exported the clip and it was ready for XDesign. From here, it's really simple. I uploaded my exported clip to XDesign, click remove, and boom. Once it finished processing, my video was ready to download. They even give you a 5 seconds preview to show you how the result will look. Then you just click download full video and you can bring it into your editing software. Now I already placed my background footage on the timeline, so all I had to do was drag the new XDesign clip on top. Next, I removed the green screen background. I went into the Fusion page, pressed Shift plus space, and added the Delta Killer into my Fusion node. After selecting the green screen color with the picker, the background was gone. But if you look closely, the edges weren't completely clean. They didn't blend perfectly with the background. So to fix that, I stayed in Fusion, opened the main options in the Delta Keyer, and adjusted the erase settings. That basically controls the edge of the main, and once I tweak it just a little bit, then now you can see our edge now look a little bit better. And to push it even further, I added a little blur to soften the edges, and also used the restore fringes function to bring back some edge color so everything look more natural. If you compare the before and after, you can clearly see the difference. The edges now blend into the background a lot better. But we are not done yet. I went back to the color page, lowered the opacity to about 65%, and dropped the saturation down to around 45. That helped the subject blend into the background much more seamlessly. And now we are ready to add the Foley movement for our subject. To add the Foley movement and change the size for my subject, I added a transform effect on my clip. I set the zoom to about 0.29 and added keyframes for the Y position, so our object could move from here to here while the video is playing. On top of that, I also added a sliding rotation, starting from the beginning of the fall and ending at about minus 6.2 degrees. That little bit of motion makes the fall feel smoother and look more realistic. For the final touch, I wanted to do was add a light ray effect to the background, so the light from the top would look more cinematic and noticeable. So I went into the effect library, typed in light rays under the OpenFX, and dragged it onto my background clip. The first thing I did was change the source share hold to 0. By default, the effect was only picking up the little star in the background, but lowering it to 0 made it detect the main light from above, which is exactly what I wanted. Next, I switched on the raise along options, went into position settings, and changed the direction from A location to add an angle. Then I set the angle to 180 degrees, which made the rays point straight down, matching the top light. Finally, in the appearances section, I adjusted the length to about 0.5 and also softened the light ray and adjusted the brightness until it looked right. And that was it. Adding those rays really tied the whole shot together and gave it that cinematic falling from above look. So that's how I created this falling effect. What normally would have taken me hours of masking and tweaking in a pose or set out the green screen, I was able to do it in minutes thanks to XDesign. Even though they currently only offer 3 video tools, they are powerful enough to make your workflow faster, easier, and more creative. So if you want to try XDesign AI for yourself, I will leave the link down below, feel free to check it out. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I would also love to hear about your experience if you try to recreating this effect while using XDesign. So leave me a comment, I will do my best to reply. And that's it for today's video. I'm Daniel Chang, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.